these cars are not driven, they're just art. And they were not made just to be art. They were made to be driven. The purpose of a car is to drive it. And so for it to just be sitting somewhere and not being driven, what's the purpose of having it? You know, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, I still have a lot of work on this one.
Why? It looks quite unstable anyways.
It needs to be restored, no seat.
Yeah, but I don't think we can all fit in that one.
No, we can't. No. We can't take that one today.
Let's find a car that we can actually drive today.
Okay, let's get going. We would have space for all of us. Look, it has more seats in the back and the second windscreen, but we can't use it today. But
shame.
We can use that one.
That one's also really fun.
I love it. 1925.
I'd love to drive. Take my Mercury.
You want to take your car?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
going with her.
Driving's more fun.
I can take the back
Emma,
off.
come with me.
I'm going with her. I'm going with her. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going with him.
Oh, then I drive you. For me, cars happen in here. And if a design, if a history, if the patina makes this twitch in here, then I'm excited about the car. And it doesn't matter what brand it is, it doesn't matter how old it is, it doesn't matter how much money it is. Because value for me is different. Value is what you experience, the pleasure you have, the fun, the joy of these cars. I think a car from 1955 or a car from 1975 basically drive the same way. Of course, the modern car is faster, corners better, brakes better, but it's technically the same. But if you go pre-war, the technology, the things you have to handle, the oil pressure, the gas pressure, it's so much fun. It's pure driving, it's real driving, and that's where my heart is actually. My name is Fritz Burkard. We are here with the Pearl Collection, which I created a few years back.
I'm Emma-Sunshine Burkard, and I'm Fritz's first daughter. I didn't grow up with an interest in cars. It very much developed recently. I first became interested in cars when I was brought to a lot of car events with my whole family, and I just enjoyed it so much. And then when you're around so many amazing cars and people, how can you not end up loving it?
I don't really think that looking at a car and driving a car can be compared, to be honest. I mean, you know, you can look at something and admire it and appreciate its beauty, but then you're not gonna want to keep going back and looking at the same thing. But when you drive it, all your senses are activated, smell, touch, sight, everything. And that's something you're always gonna want to chase. And so I think people, you know, if you're looking at something, you're just kind of passively looking at something, and you need to experience it to get engaged with cars. My name is Ellie-Blue Burkard, and I am the second oldest. When I was 18, I was begging for an American muscle car, which is not so much my dad's taste, but then he found me this American station wagon, a Mercury, and he showed me some pictures and I fell in love. I was so obsessed. I loved how big it was. I felt like a mom from the 1970s. Now I just want to go on drives all the time.
Hi everybody.
How are you?
Let me find my way out here.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Good to see
Hi,
you.
so soon.
Oh, you're cold. You don't get a kiss.
How's the drive?
The drive was fantastic. What a monster. And it's nice and cold here. I was very glad that I didn't get any snow on her.
You're right.
Even as four-wheel drive, I would have not felt
But you
comfortable.
had a more comfortable drive than I had. It is chilly.
Do you have heating in that car?
Seat heating, everything.
Really?
All the works. Advance for its time.
Nothing at all. Just my hat and my goggles.
How about going into the Mercury? It's pretty cold in here. Come, let's
Very
move.
nice idea.
I look at these cars and I can't find the common denominator. So what?
Me neither. I mean,
That's
you
good.
asked what was I thinking? I was not thinking at all. I have no clue what I'm doing here with my cars. I just go through my passion.
Yeah.
What I like, what touches me, the history, the design, the quirkiness. That's what fascinates me.
Yes.
And now I look around the cars and created a picture I have not seen before, but it's fun. It's great. It's interesting. And when you have
It's funky.
I have a feeling that patina and untouched cars is something that resonates with you, because I look at the Hispano and she looks fairly used.
Yeah.
So is that something which triggers you, or
Very
what
much.
exactly? Yeah.
Originality is only you only have it once.
Yeah.
After restoration, the car is not original anymore
Yeah.
somehow. And if you have a 90-year-old car with its original leather, original paint, everything is original, you smell it. Yeah, also this one. Also this one, it's all original.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference. This
Makes it more
this-
special.
Yeah, the aura. I feel an aura
Yeah.
when I see those cars.
It's about, understanding, which is part of the experience for me at least.
Well, kids
How
are
is
now
that for you?
passively driving, and I mean, soon you can just, be taking a nap and it's driving. But then it's unfortunate because I think that there's so much value in driving the car yourself and learning the clinks of every single car. It's always
Yeah.
different,
It's fun.
and it's an experience. And you're gonna make mistakes. I've already made mistakes, and I learned from it. But it might be stressful in the moment, but it's enjoyable at the end because you get a lot more also in touch with your car, and through those experiences. I think it's also really important.
But going back to the pre-war cars, I think that I'm not so incredibly fascinated with them yet. I enjoy the history, definitely, but I feel like to really appreciate them, you have to drive them.
And there you give an answer to the big question of the future of our passion. If the youngsters cannot get in touch, sit in those cars, learn how to drive those cars, then pre-war and all these cars are dead in the future.
Yeah.
This is Ettore Bugatti's first creation.
Pretty amazing.
From 1899, when he was 17, he was an apprentice at Brinetti Stucchi, and he could build this racing tricycle.
It's quite a beast.
He turned a one-cylinder into a two-cylinder, 90 kilometers an hour. He won his first 10 races on that machine. And who has the first creation of the founder of such a great company like Bugatti? The first creation, the T1.
This you can call humble beginnings. It reminds me a lot on a story, once we got a pile of rust, so a handful of rust. We had no idea what to look at. And in fact, it was the most complicated pocket watch that we ever built.
Wow.
It got lost, so we didn't know that it still exists.
Yeah.
Another big question was what to do with it. Make a long story short, we restored it. So we had to replace and redo everything, and it instead of 700,
long time.
we thought 700, and it turned out to be 5,000 man-hour and very valuable man-hour.
Wow.
But it's working again today.
There's the big difference between value and price.
Yeah.
A lot of people mix that up and think it's the same. But
The higher the
what's
price,
the value
higher
of that car? It's of this tricycle. It's for us, for me, for a Bugatti person.
Story.
It has a huge value, huge. For others, it's maybe just a rusty piece that's old. And then how do you define a price over that? It's impossible. People can ask me any question about car, any, except one.
Yeah.
What's the price? I don't even answer. I turn around, walk away. That's the wrong discussion.
I have it easy on my watch.
discussion.
I always have to say because it's on the price list. You know, you look at these pieces and you look at watches, and there is so much in common. It's the stories. You know, it's the feeling, and I must admit, you can a lot easier store many watches than many cars. So there's a little advantage on our side. On the other hand, that is great and big compared to the small things on the wrist.
We have to thank you for a great day, for an opportunity. We had lots of fun, fantastic days.
It was great.
We should look at more cars now,
Definitely,
no?
let's go.
Yeah? Yeah? Look, I mean... Say stop.
I know.
We're not looking at any cars,
just go
actually.
out.
We just go out.
I'm out of here.
Coffee?